my darlings, hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me, Bless Lily. In this one, we're going to be channeling your inner magician and finding out whether you guys have psychic powers. We're also going to be taking a look at what those psychic powers are and how you can use them to improve your life. You're also probably wondering what these little boxes are. Make sure to stick around until the end of your option to find out. Alright, my darlings, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. I have 3 options for you today. This is option number 1 with this magician over here. Option number 2 with this magician over here. And option number 3 with this magician over here. So see which card, which box, which energy you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you guys do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, if you were drawn to this magician, hi, welcome. So, like I said in the intro, make sure to stick around until the end of your reading to find out what is hiding in this box. And let's take a look at your psychic abilities. By the way, guys, you were drawn to the Wizard's Tarot. So that already is a very good indication that there's something within you that attracts magic. Something within you. I think you guys have been very interested in magic since you were maybe very young. Interested in movies about magic. Interested about how things work. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at you and your psychic abilities, your supernatural powers. For some of you guys, that could be dormant still. For some of you, you might be very well aware of them. But let's take a look. Doesn't this card look very magical? Right? So straight away, they're giving me an energy of somebody who has the potential to work with chakras, right? Because they're giving me number 7, and we're talking about the 7 chakras over here. The color red represents power, passion, right? It represents fire, so some of you guys could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There's a very strong energy where you guys could work with protective magic, right? Protective magic, and also balancing, being able to balance out the chakras, the energy of the chakras. Maybe some of you guys see auras. I don't know if you guys are able to do that just yet, but I think in the future, if you work on this gift that you have, on these psychic abilities, you might see auras. Some of you, there's a very strong energy of crystals, right? I don't know if you guys associate yourself with rainbow children, or maybe you yourself already have rainbow children. Like, I'm not a big fan of, the names, because people sometimes think that they have to be a certain way to be associated with rainbow children or star seeds or twin flames or all of that. I think it's just a state of mind. I think it's the energy. But when it comes to your psychic abilities, guys, even if you think you don't have any, they might be laying dormant. But for quite a few of you, I'm already seeing that you are very much on your path, very much on your magical path of being able to see auras, of being able to work with colors, right? So art therapy might be something that you guys might be interested in with the 7 of Wands. And they keep telling me protection magic, defense. So maybe you guys had to defend yourself, and maybe you, at this particular moment, you feel like you need to defend yourself when it comes to what you choose to do with your life. Show me more about your psychic abilities. And another 7. I mean, have you guys been born on the 7th? Or maybe born in July, life path number 7? There's something about being able to work with elements. Because cups, here comes the water. Here comes the illusion. Here comes, for some of you guys, you have the ability to, maybe some of you guys are shamans over here. Because they're showing you the ability to maybe travel through different worlds, the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world. Yeah. I think some of you might have an altar over here, altar with crystals, altar with candles, altar with different symbols they're showing me. So it looks like you are able to, I don't know why, and this is gonna maybe sound a little bit too weird, and you know guys, I try to keep my readings as real as possible, as grounded as possible, as down to earth as possible, but some things, they just can't be explained. So the energy that I'm getting over here, it's something about being able to travel in time in some way. So maybe they're telling me that you are able to predict the future, and you're able to maybe see your past lives, your past incarnations. Maybe you're somebody who works with regression therapy, because there's something about you being able to see different levels. And another psychic abilities that they're showing me over here for you, option number 1, is ability to, again, read people's energies. There's something to do with chakras, something to do with symbols, something, I don't know, they're telling me healing, maybe healing through some sort of, they're giving me an energy of elements. They keep telling me being able to maybe charge water in a certain way, work with water, and work with fire. So some of you guys might be doing candle magic as well. So for example, the black candle over here, this has a lot to do with magic. It has a lot to do with protection. And very interesting that you were drawn to the Wizard's Tarot, and you were drawn to the color black, which has everything to do with protection as well. All right, one more card. Let me see. Beautiful. And we have number 10. So it could be that your gift has been passed on to you through your ancestors. Maybe they skipped a few generations over here, guys. Maybe your parents think that what you're interested in or what you're doing is like just a lot of rubbish, but you're like, no, absolutely no. No, it's because deep down inside you kind of know it, and it's this energy that maybe you guys have the ability to communicate with your ancestors or with your guides very well, because we have the lotus over here, and lotus is very much about enlightenment. You guys might also be somebody who is going to have mediumship abilities or has mediumship abilities already. But once again, they're giving me the rainbow, and the rainbow has how many colors? It has 7 colors. So 7 is such an important number for you guys, and 7 is the color, 7 is the color. 7 is the number of spirituality. This is like the most spiritual number. And you guys have the possibility, the ability to communicate with your ancestors, with your guides. A very strong connection that's coming through over here. All right, let's take a look at how you can use these psychic abilities to improve your life, and which areas of your life. Okay, so your spiritual team is coming through and saying you're taking on way too much. It could be that you guys work with a lot of people, right? So for some of you, this is working with tarot. For some of you, it's working with Reiki healing. For some of you, it's working maybe with... they're also giving me notes, by the way. There's something about music. Something about being able to channel music. Okay, anyways, back to how your psychic abilities can help you improve your life. They can help you lighten your load by seeing who you're dealing with, okay? So there are some people out there that are just there to waste your time. There are some people that come for you for help, but all they really need is for you to tell them that they're right, and they need somebody, you know, a shoulder to cry on, but they're not going to take your advice, or whenever you come to them, they're not going to have time for you. So they're saying that it's time for you to use your psychic abilities to see who you can give your energy to and who you should just ignore. Because we can't help everybody, and we're not here to help everybody. We need to help ourselves first. And it looks like you guys, option number 1, looks like you're empaths, And with this energy of protection, you feel like maybe people might be draining your energy. And they think that you can use your own abilities, your own psychic abilities, to protect yourself. To protect yourself, because look at all of those cloaks that they're wearing. And another thing that's coming through, they're saying you can use your psychic abilities to advance a lot should you choose to carry on with your spiritual practice. But for most of you, it's about getting people out of your life that don't need to be there. And of course, lightening your load is being able to trust yourself. Yeah? So the more you train your intuition, the more you train your psychic abilities, the less illusions there are. Also, they're saying you have the power to free yourself from any destructive patterns. Destructive patterns that were preventing you from getting into a healthy relationship. Yeah. From forming a family. For a lot of you guys, you might be dealing with issues with family. Okay? Very early childhood memories, traumas, dramas, yeah? Anything that has to do with your family, anything that might be preventing you right now from entering a healthy relationship or staying in a healthy relationship. A lot of you have issues with trust. This is what they're telling me with the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. You have issues of trust, with trust. And you using your psychic abilities, training your psychic abilities, you're going to be able to be more discerning. And especially if you guys are going to be able to see auras, you're going to be able to see which chakra, like of this person, how brightly it's burning, basically, which chakra is functioning, which chakra is blocked, you know, and it's something about being able to realize when people are lying. And they're telling me psychological boundaries. It has a lot to do with boundaries. You guys are very beautiful souls, but it's hard for you sometimes to say no. It's hard for you sometimes to be discerning with people, especially when it comes to friends and lovers and some some family members. And they're telling me that you guys can be very happy. Obviously, being completely happy is only possible in Nirvana, which we know doesn't happen until very much later on. But they're telling me that you can be much happier. And I think it has a lot of positive energy to it. So right now you might be using your spiritual powers, your psychic powers, or not even using them at all, to be honest with you. But they're saying it's something that you need to embrace. It's something that you shouldn't be afraid of, for sure. Because it will give you this energy of satisfaction. It will give you this energy of fulfillment. And it's a beautiful thing when we can connect to ourselves and we can stop second-guessing ourselves when it comes to decisions, when it comes to choices, when it comes to people, and carry on this journey towards fulfillment, towards enlightenment, towards happiness ultimately. Yeah. And now, my darlings, it's time for the little black box. Now, I want you, my dears, to focus on this box, and before I open it, try to see if you can feel the vibration of the objects that I've placed in there. So I've done a bit of a meditation, and in this box I've placed some objects to help you when it comes to developing, awakening, managing, strengthening your psychic abilities. So take a look at this box. I'm just going to give you a couple of seconds and see if you can feel what's inside of it. If you do need a little bit more time, pause the video, because I can't wait to open this up for you guys. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look. For you, option number 1, your psychic abilities. What objects can help you strengthen them? What you could possibly work with? All right. You ready for this? You, my darlings. you got crystals. Like I was saying when the Seven of Wands came through, you got crystals, especially pink quartz, especially amethyst and aventurine over here. Working with crystals. Also, the moonstone is incredibly, incredibly important for you guys. Moonstone and sandstone also. Now they're telling me. So jewelry with crystals, crystals themselves, charging water with crystals, charging crystals with moonlight, sunlight, cleansing crystals. Silver is your color. Silver is your metal. Silver is a protective metal. It always has been. Through years and years and years, silver is considered to be a protective metal. That's why werewolves were shot with silver bullets. But in all honesty, silver tends to absorb a lot of negative energies of the wearer. And the moonstone, of course, enhances your intuition. Aventurine helps you with your finances, right? The beautiful crystal of amethyst helps you with your overall psychic abilities. Yeah, it helps enlightenment, it helps connect you with your crown chakra. And of course, the pink quartz is very much about self-love, acceptance, healing, family matters, and heart. Another important thing for you, my darlings, is the runes. Runes and magical symbols. The symbols that came through over here for you, right? So for some of you guys might also be interested in astrology, sacred geometry is coming through, but runes and wood. So like I said, you guys work with elements, yeah, and mostly I'm seeing it's the element of earth, the element of fire, and the element of water. Yeah, so the runes that came through for you over here, my darlings, they're also indicating working with other people, indicating love. And I got the blank rune for you, which is also telling me that you guys might be using colors, might be using crystals. By the way, yeah, they're also telling me colors, just something about colors, notes. You might be using it to create your destiny, right? Choosing the path that less traveled. And this is so absolutely fantastic. Now, what they're telling me over here is to maybe note the symbol if you're drawn to it, right? Note the symbol of this rune of two people coming together, of energies coming together, yeah, of good things entering your life, and maybe have it on your altar as well. But runes is something that maybe as a divination tool and rune magic, it's quite big. It's not as popular as tarot just yet, but I think its time is coming. And they do tell me that your color is red or black at this particular time. So maybe also have a black crystal, tourmaline, jet, smoky quartz. But yeah, apart from that, you guys are very, very strong, and you definitely have a lot of psychic abilities. Alright, my darlings, this is where I'm going to end your reading. Hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Like, share, and subscribe, and take care of your beautiful and magical selves. Bye now. Option number 2, hi and welcome to your reading. If you were drawn to this magician card and to this box, which by the way I'm going to open at the end of your reading, so make sure you stick around. Let's go ahead and take a look at your magical powers, at your psychic abilities. Like I was saying, to option number 1, for some of you it could be those abilities are still lying dormant. For others of you, you might already be practicing. And for some of you, you just might be surprised at what other psychic abilities you guys might have. What supernatural powers. Alright, lovely. Option number 2. Let's take a look at who you are. It's all about the angels, absolutely, and the energy of. It's so interesting. I said the angels. I was going to say the power of your body, but let me see what it is about the angels. Being able to communicate with your angels, being able to see the signs, Okay, I see. Yeah, it's you. Okay, I see. It took me a while there because you guys have a lot of energy. And I think right now you might be in this place where you're working on your magic. So with you is being able to feel things. It's clairsentience. And I don't know, they're giving me a very powerful... You might be conflicted right now. Because option number 2, I picked this card and it's like... Phew. I think you might be very conflicted about what is real and what is not real, what your abilities are and what they aren't. You might be going like, do I want this whole spirituality thing? Am I sticking with it? I think you guys are pissed off right now at your angels, at your guides. At spirituality, you might be feeling really pissed off right now, or just an overall energy of feeling unsettled, because you guys are clairsentient. You feel. Your body helps you feel somebody's energies. Your body helps you feel whether you are in a safe place or not. And this is a very strong power that you have. But I think sometimes it overpowers you. Sometimes it's this energy of your mind and body being in conflict. Right now, you might be finding it hard to make heads or tails of what is going on. Let's try to figure it out. You feel at the moment that you're kind of stuck, aren't you? You feel like maybe your psychic abilities, the spirituality is not leading you where you want to be, so you're kind of getting pissed off. But the thing is, they're telling me with you, you're still learning the ropes, and there's still a lot of things that you might not be seeing. 2 number 9s, but they're saying you're very close. You're very close to finally realizing what your abilities are, where you stand when it comes to spirituality, where you stand when it comes to psychic powers. It could be that for some of you, option number 2, I'm not going to lie, over here, you might be disappointed with a lot of things that spirituality has taught you. You're going to realize that a lot of it was just a bunch of BS done for marketing. But to be honest with you, I think all of us are going to go through this stage at one point or another. All of us in the spiritual community. But it looks like it's going to be happening very soon. They're giving me an energy of 9 weeks, okay? Or September. It depends when you're watching this video. But let me come back to your, to your powers, to your supernatural powers, to your psychic abilities. Because right now you feel like you can't get out. Right now you feel like, what's the use of those psychic abilities if I can't get out? What's the use if they keep leading me down the wrong path? Or like I keep feeling stressed out, or I keep feeling like run down? I think you guys, to be honest with you, option number 1, you're very powerful. But for now, it seems like you can't handle those abilities. I think there might have been a breakthrough recently. And our body obviously takes a little bit longer to adapt to any changes when we're talking about our vibration, when we're talking about our way of thinking. Our body needs time. That's why they're giving me the energy of like maybe 9 weeks. So I feel like for quite a few of you, your psychic abilities, they're kind of like put in a cage. You tend to keep them in this cage. Either because you're afraid, or you're pissed off, or you're confused, or you don't know how to deal with them just yet. It could be for you, option number 2, and that you might need a mentor over here. Okay, I see. For a few of you, my darlings, your psychic abilities have a lot to do with your sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra has a lot to do with sex, sensuality, sexuality, and you might be blocking it. You might be blocking it. A lot of fire energy that's coming through over here. You guys are somebody who has a lot of leadership qualities, but you might be feeling like you're in competition right now. You might be a tarot reader who feels like she or he is competing. You might be a witch who feels like she or he might have to compete. There's something about being afraid of showing your powers, showing your true energies, because you might feel like you're not safe anymore. You feel like you might have to protect yourself. There's a lot to do with singing, with music that I'm hearing here. Show me more. It's almost like you guys don't want to accept them. I don't know. There's like this internal struggle. You think it's going to be too much. You don't want the responsibility. Okay, so it's a very interesting energy that's coming through over here, guys. Lots of you have those leadership qualities, but you're like, I don't want them, because you feel like this is going to be responsibility that maybe you can't handle, or maybe you will be like a prisoner of your own mind, of your own abilities, of things like this. And your spiritual team wants you to understand that this is no coincidence that you came through for this reading, because they're saying no, this is your mind playing tricks on you. The Nine of Swords is the energy when we create those self-imposed fears. And they're showing me the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords for you. But when it comes to your psychic abilities, my darlings, you are very good when it comes to working with herbs, when it comes to working with nature. You might have an ability to understand animals, to talk to animals, right? Obviously, you know what I'm saying. To understand what it is that they're trying to say. A special connection to herbs, to trees, to flora and fauna, yeah? Show me more. I'm getting a lot of earth energy. And I'm getting a lot of this energy of, guys, your magic, your psychic abilities are in your shadow aspects. And you don't want to go there with the Five of Swords. You don't want to go there. You're afraid of your own power. This is what they're telling me. But they want you to be reassured. Your spiritual team wants you to be reassured that there's nothing to be afraid of. Because you, using your sensuality, your sexuality, you're going to have the opportunity to affect people in a very positive way. Using your charm. Getting a lot of grounded energies over here, guys. Like your head is not up in the clouds, not at all. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming through very strongly. Show me what your psychic abilities are. Purification. They're telling me you're able to help somebody and yourself purify. Purify yourself. Get rid of negativity. Something about using your voice, the power of voice. Connecting to nature. Being able to cut cords. Guys, they're saying that once you cut the cords, there's a lot to do with cutting, a lot to do with being stuck somewhere. Once you cut the cords and once you stop fighting with yourself, they're saying that you're going to discover like a brand new version of you. And yes, some people are not going to like it, but the main thing is that you're going to fall in love with you. Chains, bondage, release. You guys can use your psychic abilities to first free yourself and then free other people. So once again, I want to say that maybe some of you over here watching are into yoga, into like body movements, working with body, massage therapists maybe, Reiki healing. But there's something about breaking yourself free, being able to cut cords, being able to protect, like use protective magic. I don't know why you guys are resisting it so much. Honestly, it's almost making my head spin. Like the energy over here, you're so holding on to the past. You so don't want to go into this new energy. You don't want to accept your energies, your psychic abilities. Interesting. Let's try this a different way. Let me see, should you accept your psychic abilities? Should you accept your supernatural abilities and your magic of being a clairsentient, of being able to connect to nature, of being able to work your magic of sensuality, sexuality, of being able to inspire other people, of being able to cut cords? How can it affect your life? Should you accept it? Because it's like you're afraid of what's out there. And you're afraid of taking a look at your shadow aspects in order to free up those magic abilities, supernatural abilities. How will your life change? How will it affect your life? Guys, there's a lot of healing that's being indicated over here. Sagittarius energy, the Temperance card, it comes through with very much about being a healer. A healer to yourself, a healer to others, working with natural remedies, working maybe with natural cosmetics. Gardening is indicated over here, being able to maybe work with food and beverage. And it will give you this peace of mind that maybe you don't have at this time. Making you feel calm, making you feel like you have this inner peace. Yeah, create boundaries. Look at this. And once again, they're showing me somebody who's surrounded by greenery. So maybe you guys are going to be able to move, right? There's this energy of maybe if you're in a city right now and like you're in concrete jungle, you will be very much compelled to move somewhere where there's a lot of nature, where the birds are chirping, where the trees are tall, or where you can kind of connect to Mother Gaia and rebuild your boundaries. And help your chakras become active. Maybe you guys need to make friends with option number 1, because they had a lot to do with chakras. Okay, well-being, my darlings. It's all about your health. It's all about your well-being. It's all about feeling connected. And once again, the woman over here she's laying down on the grass. She's laying down on the grass, being like getting connected to the moon energies. There's something about you and your cycles. So maybe for the ladies out there, there might be some issues with your cycles, and they're telling me that it's going to be healed. It's going to be, they're going to regulate themselves. Moon cycles, the other type of cycles, your hormones, awakening your sexuality and sensuality. It's a very important aspect of ourselves, something that a lot of us consider to be shadow attributes, something to be ashamed of. And they're telling me that now you, with using your psychic powers, you can heal yourself and you can heal others, should you choose to do so. And find love. There we go. You guys are very resistant to love. Option number 2. Either because you associate love with pain and other forms of torture, either because there are a lot of trust issues. But there's a lot of resistance to love, to true love. Because you think that maybe for some of you, you feel like you're going to like dissolve in the other person, if that makes sense. Maybe if you have like a personality, what is it, this type of personality, that one that somebody who gets attached to somebody very easily. Like I know I get attached to people very easily, and then it's like there's so much pain having to say goodbye or having to let them go, or getting disappointed. And I think at some point you're like, all right, I'm just gonna stay out of it. But no, for quite a few of you guys, you using your psychic powers, your supernatural abilities, embracing them, it will help you find love. Love for yourself, love for others, and of course, love coming into your life. And now, my dears, it's time for the little green box. Now, before I open it, I want you to use your intuition and see what energies you can pick up from this green box. After a little meditation that I've done before doing this pick a card reading, I've placed a couple of objects in this box to help you awaken, to help you strengthen, to help you work with your psychic abilities. So take a second there, pause the video if you want, to see if you can see which objects are there. So yeah, if you guys do need a little bit more time, pause the video, because I can't wait to open this box up for you and see what is inside. Okay, my darlings, let's do this. Okay, so the first thing that came through for you is color blue, right? So wear blue when you're doing your meditations, when you're doing your healing, right? Color blue, light blue, has a lot to do with throat chakra. Okay, so they're telling me that singing, humming is going to help you out a lot when it comes to your psychic abilities. Quite a few guys of you are very connected to mandalas, to sacred geometry, to coloring. Now, let me see if I can bring this beautiful mandala closer so you can take a look. The flower of life, a sacred geometry, something about, they're telling me, okay, hold on a second. This beautiful music, right? When you have music, when you have certain frequencies, they're giving me frequencies 999777. Yeah, they help you activate your magic powers as well, those frequencies. And mantras, right? Mantras, I'm not sure if it's right, but I'm hearing Om Namah Shivaya, I think. If I'm not mistaken, apologies if I said that wrong. But they're telling me drawing, coloring, mandalas, surrounding yourself with sacred symbols. For you, option number 2, symbols work very, very well. The other thing over here is gold, right? So wear gold. Gold is your color. Gold is going to give you the energy of abundance. It's going to, like for you, this energy of warmth. Gold working with your solar plexus chakra. Obviously, if it's not real gold, just the color of gold is going to be okay as well. If you can have a little tumble stone, right, that's like golden, have it with you as well. You, my dears, a lot of shamanic energies, a lot of working with maybe animal print, feathers, working with the energy of Gaia. Shamanic drumming, I keep hearing. Shamanic journeys. And color purple is coming through very strongly for you as well. All right, my amazing option number 2. This is where I'm going to end your reading, my dears. I think because it's already, like I started drifting away and you guys are probably already thinking about how you're going to meditate. So I'm going to leave you with this energy. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading and the magic of your beautiful selves down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, my darlings, take care of your amazing and magical selves. Bye now. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you would roll to this magician and to this black box, which I'm going to open and at the end of your option, so make sure you stick around until the end. Hi and welcome to your reading. All right, my dears, let's go ahead and take a look at your psychic powers, whether you're aware of them or not. Option number 2 has been so intense. Like I needed a minute. Let's take a look. Your psychic powers, your psychic abilities. Option number 3. Okay, beautiful. You guys are very grounded. Very grounded. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing some of you guys might be connected to Wicca, right? Some of you guys, I don't know, I think you guys have been doing a lot of abundance magic. A lot of abundance magic. Something about the star is coming through very strongly over here, guys. The stars, the energy of the stars, the energy of claircognizance. It's interesting, you just know. So quite a few of you over here, you guys are already quite well off, or you will be well off. Very well off. You're able to get a lot of messages from the spirit when it comes through, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to synchronicities. For few of you over here, you guys could be very good when it comes to reading tarot, oracle decks, reading people overall. But you, it's a connection to ancestors is coming through as well. You guys are all about pentacles. You don't only just have one psychic abilities, you have quite a few. And I think you guys are able to juggle them whenever you need to. So sometimes you're going to be using your clairsentience. And sometimes you guys are going to be using your clairaudience. Sometimes you guys are going to be using your ability to kind of predict. There's something about you being able to predict things. That's why I'm being like drawn to maybe tarot as well. Flowers are coming through. You guys get a lot of insights. You guys get a lot of insights. You could be somebody who works online or wants to relocate. I want to tell you about there's something about having the world in your hands. Yeah, it looks like you, option number 3, it's interesting. They're trying to show me that you're able to see the bigger picture. You're just an all-rounder, to be honest. Like there's still a lot of room to grow, but you have access to a lot of knowledge, they're telling me, that other people don't. And you're able, I don't know why they're telling me this thing, you're able to see the world. You're able to see the world. So maybe you guys do lucid dreaming. And when you are in meditations, you tend to go further than a lot of other people can. So if you've been dreaming about like the world or the globe, or like been tempted to go on, even on Google Maps and look at the planet, there's something about, okay, I see. There's something about being able to connect to, whether you believe in them or not, it's entirely up to you, but being able to connect to certain deities that might see our world from far away. Being able to connect to energies in different dimensions, if you will. Because we, even according to the string theory, there's more than just the 3 dimensions. It could be up to 12, I think, in the latest string theory. Hasn't been proven yet, but it's a scientific theory. And it could quite possibly be that you, my darlings, option number 3, you're able to transcend certain dimensions and feel a lot of things people can't feel, and see a lot of things that other people can't see, and you're not afraid. The thing is, you can also see lower vibrations. They're showing me over here. You're able to see lower vibrations and you're able to cut them off. It could be manifesting in people, it could be manifesting in thoughts. You're very powerful. Option number 3. And for a second there, you didn't want to tell me all about it. It could be that you're not developing your psychic abilities because you are developing your finances at this time. You might also be a bit of a skeptic, and I always think it's how funny it is that people that are very skeptical are actually people who have very strong psychic abilities, if only they believed in them. But I think with you, it's kind of you believe in them, but maybe you feel like, okay, well, yes, I can talk to them and this and that, but we live in a real world, and I need to pay for I need to pay for my McDonald's. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Your spiritual team is coming through saying absolutely, you have the balance. But sometimes, and at this particular moment, it looks like the balance has been lost for one reason or another. Maybe you've been overworking yourself. So they're saying don't forget to have this balance where you can be both living in the physical and still connecting to your supernatural powers, because they're very, very important. Being able to see things from a different perspective. And for one reason or another, they're saying that you kind of know that you are starseed. You kind of know that you maybe don't necessarily belong here. But you're trying to make it work. One of the other supernatural abilities over here I'm sensing for you guys is that you are able to process a lot of information, and you're somebody who's able to be discerning about it. There's something about you being able to process the frequencies that other people can't process. And I think that's why sometimes you might be having unexplainable dreams, or maybe sometimes when you're journaling or writing, you start writing in a completely different language and you're like, what the hell is going on? It could be that you guys channel things. And for some, you can be coming from your ancestors, and there's a bit of a shamanic energy, but overall, they're showing me no. They're showing me space. They're showing me space. They're showing me strong connection to Egypt, strong connection to Mesopotamia even. Interesting. They're saying you might not know it, but you have something within you that helps you get out of very difficult situations scot-free, right? Scot-free? Is that how you say it? Scot-free? Basically without any damage being done to you. And they're saying you don't know that you have this, and because you don't know what would have happened if you stayed or if you left, but there's a very strong protection. A very strong protection mechanism that's within you. It's like you tend to, there were a lot of near misses in your life. And they're saying at this particular moment, allow whatever needs to happen, because it will unblock your energy. It will give you the energy to make sure that your temperance energy becomes upright again. Let's take a look at how your psychic abilities, should you accept them, should you find this balance, how they can affect your life. What aspects of your life, how you can use them to improve your life. To be able to find freedom, my darlings. So quite a few of you, maybe you want to work by yourself. For yourself, by yourself, start something new, or just be more comfortable when it comes to finances. And I think that's why you might have been neglecting your psychic abilities a little bit. Because you're like, I need to focus on the material, I need to be practical this time, right? I don't have time to meditate, I don't have time to be burning sage and all that. And again, your spiritual team is coming through, yes, you're absolutely right, but the balance is lost. Because your psychic abilities, funny enough, are going to be able to set you free when it comes to finances, when it comes to the 3D side of things. Because it looks like you guys have some very good friends beyond the veil. And maybe you've been trying to ignore them lately and say like, you guys, I don't have time for this. I need to write my yearly reports. It will give you freedom. I see. So you might be preventing yourself from this transformation. This is what they're telling me. And they're saying, yeah, it's up to you, of course, but we all know that the tower energies, the more you resist, the more difficult it's going to get. So they're saying don't resist the transformation because you're due for a transformation, which will lead you to where? Yeah, traveling, my dears, moving somewhere, relocating, and finally releasing some sort of old story that you no longer need. A very old story. You're saying, just let it go. Some of you might have to travel by yourselves, and maybe you're afraid of that. But they're saying for this travel, for you to choose the direction, for you to be able to find what's waiting for you and find the people that are waiting for you, you do need your psychic abilities. Because when you are able to see something from the perspective, from this point of view, it's much easier, isn't it? Than when you're just looking at everything like very closely. Like if you're looking like this, woo, can't see anything. But like this, you can see there's the world. These are the possibilities. So allow your magic powers to come through, regardless of how crazy it sounds, and regardless of how untimely it might feel right now. Because look, yeah, you guys, it's all about financial health. It's all about setting yourself free, getting out of debt, getting out of having to maybe work for somebody you don't like working for, or having to do something you maybe just already grew out of, or taking, even if you kind of like the area in which you work in, it's talking about leveling up. It's talking about like going through this transformation and leveling up. Because I think a lot of us are conditioned to think that our spiritual energy is just all about spiritual, and it doesn't have a lot to do with practical things, but it's actually on the contrary. Especially for you, my darlings, because you will have the freedom to be wealthy, to be abundant, and you will have the energy. Okay, I'll pull one more card for you. Ah, I see. I see. You're finally going to be able to forgive yourself. There's something that you guys don't want to see because you're holding a grudge. Holding a grudge for yourself maybe, or for somebody else. And there's something you don't want to see. Something that you might be holding yourselves captive. Similar energy to option number 2, but still different vibrations. So they're saying allow yourself to be set free when it comes to finances and when it comes to relocation, because your psychic abilities are going to be able to help you do that. They're going to free up the energy of your inner knowing. They're telling me inner cosmos. Because there's cosmos, the space is not only like outside of us, but we are ourselves, our own beautiful universe. So there has to be like some sort of big bang in your internal universe for you to be finally set free, for you to be able to forgive yourself. And maybe in your spiritual journey, you've come to the point where you realize that the next step is forgiveness, and maybe you weren't ready for that forgiveness. So your spiritual team is coming through and saying that maybe now is the time to consider that you are ready. Because they know, and they know you know. And you know that they know that you know. Option number 3. Are you ready for your black little box? Alright, before I open it, I want you to use your intuition and see if you can feel what's inside of this box. Before this pick a card reading, I did a little meditation, and inside this box I've placed a couple of objects that are going to help you awaken, strengthen, develop your psychic abilities, and help you with your own beautiful magical journey. So pause the video if you need a couple more minutes to see what is inside this box. And if you guys are impatient, if you guys can't wait, I'm not going to keep you any longer, and I'm going to open this very special black box for you. So, what do I have for you, my dears? The star. The star, exactly what I've been talking about. Star seeds, any images of the stars. Images of cosmos, cosmos meditations. Names of the stars, names of constellations, aurora, Orion. This is something that will help you with your journey. As an amulet, as a reminder, as something that triggers something within you. Stars, moon. Some of you guys might be very interested in astrology. Yeah? Very interested in astrology. You might have star as your name, as your nickname. Maybe a tattoo of star, a drawing of star. I recently bought a beautiful underwear set that has constellations. I absolutely love it. So whatever it is, like they're telling me the Northern Star, right? Because we have the Northern Star over here. And the Northern Star always leads travelers to their true north. It's like an indication, are you on the right track or are you not on the right track? So use stars, use the energy of cosmos, use astrology to help you with your path. Another thing that's coming through for you, my darlings, is color pink, right? Color pink, color purple, and flowers. Essential oils. When you're meditating, essential oils, if you guys have an opportunity to take a beautiful bubble bath, put some essential oils in it, rose petals, yeah, all of this. Surround yourself with flowers, surround yourself with nature as much as you can. It will really help you. There's something about you maybe working with aromatherapy or aromatherapy doing magic when it comes to your well-being, right? So lavender oils, peppermint oils, tea tree oils, but especially rose, patchouli. They're also giving me this, oh my gosh, what's the name of it? Give me a second, my darlings. Totally skipped my mind. Never mind. Tea tree oil, yeah, I mentioned tea tree oil. Anyways, if it comes back to my mind, I will let you know. I think it's elm tree oil. Anyways, don't worry about it. You will find your oil, don't worry. And another important thing for you, my dears, to help you when it comes to your psychic abilities is color light blue and candle magic. Okay, this is a tiny piece of candle that I have from my little collection. Yeah, chakra candles, working with candle magic. And they're giving me a sound of, you guys are already going somewhere. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. You're already starting. You're already restarting. This is what they're telling me. Even just talking about it, just thinking about it, they're already like, your energies are already restarting. Your psychic abilities are starting to, like, you're gonna feel it. Even just with the magic of this reading, you're gonna feel it. The candle magic, yeah, absolutely. Blue, light blue, color pink, color purple, stars over here, celestial bodies, astrology. This is what's going to help you with your magic. Lovely option number 3. And of course, another thing that's going to help you with your magic is claiming the magic of this reading down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. And my dears, make sure to stay safe out there and take care of your beautiful, magical selves. Bye now.